In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Inform Racing System Builder to find the best jockeys at over any number of different criteria. And I'm going to go through a few more of those towards the end of the video. But just for now, just for starters, I'm going to see who are or have been recently the best jockeys on the all-weather. So if you can find a list of jockeys who are better than the average strike rate for winners. You can follow these jockeys, and you can also find the worst jockeys, and perhaps not back them if you fancy their rides. So we've got, I've run this already, so we've got greater or equal year 2022, so we're now October rather, 2023, so that's year and 3/4 of data. You can go back, or as you can go recently if you want to. So, and we're just going to look at the equal all weather flat. Okay, so we've got the stats down here. 40,000 runners, and the strike rate is 11%. Okay, so we're going to look for jockeys who are considerably or quite a bit better have a better strike rate than 11% on the all weather. Okay, so using the Inform Racing breakdowns, we can go all the way down to the bottom, and we can see a list of jockeys, okay, coming up very shortly. Okay, here's the jockeys. Now, you can sort these in any way you like to. If you go by winning strike rate, you're going to have quite a few who have only had one run and one win, okay? So I think it's best on these ones to go for the number of bets, excuse me, and select those who have had a decent number of bets. Okay, so if we went down to, I mean, what would you say? I mean, even 100. Who's had 100 rides? Is that enough to test on the all weather? 75 or 50? I think 75 would give you some that have just had just a few maybe this year and just the end of last year, as well as those at the top. So if we just look at those who have had, who is going to stop at 74. Okay, so we'll go to 74. And what we're going to do, just you need to have Excel or some form of Excel for this. Excuse me, where am I going? And we're going to on the screen here, you're going to hold down your mouse and you're going to copy down to all the ones who have had 75, what would you say, 74 rides or more. Okay, so once those are highlighted, Control and C on your keyboard to copy them, and have a blank Excel sheet open, and you paste those names paste that data into your Excel sheet. Okay, now from this data we're going to now sort. So we've got all those who've had at least 75 rides on the all weather since the start of 2022. We want to now decide on what win percentage we're going to use. Okay, so the percentage was just better than 11%. We call it 11%. So I think we want to be around 14-15%. So we're going to sort these, custom sort by column D, which is the win percentage, and we're going to go for the, well, let's look at the smallest first, just quickly. Okay, so these are the ones. So now we've got jockeys. Duran Fentiman's had 83 rides on the all weather since the start of 2022, and just one ride. Possibly some names might surprise you here. William Carson, 4%. Josephine Gordon, 4%. Cam Hardy, 4%. So you could reverse this and choose a much lower percentage. You might want to do this as well as find the top ones and get yourself a list of jockeys who haven't done very well on the all weather, who've had a decent number of rides, and watch their rides and maybe not back them if you fancy a horse that they're riding. We'll go back to the sort, and we'll just do that now by largest. Okay, so now we have the biggest percentages. If we went down to 15%, it's a fair short list of 22 names only, but these are the ones that you could particularly want to follow. Now, this is possibly going to make a loss, and this might sound a bit daft, but we're just trying to find the jockeys who have had the most success on the all-weather, the best all-weather jockeys, really. And from there, you can then set this up in the system builder, like I'm going to show you in a minute, and then decide on their rides. Once you've found their rides, you can decide whether you want to back it or not. But you will know that they are a successful jockey on the all-weather, a good all-weather jockey. So we're going to go down to 15% or more, and we're going to stop at Ben Curtis. So what you want to do here is just highlight column B and insert, okay? And then in B1, you want to put equals A1, and then the squiggly and sign, speech quotation marks, comma, and speech quotation marks, okay? And this will then put a comma after the James Doyle and all of the others. So you've got James Doyle, and here you've got James Doyle with a comma. Because if we're going to put these in the system builder, we need a comma to separate them. So then just click the B1 with James Doyle, comma, and drag that down to Ben Curtis. Okay, so these are now all comma separated. And while you've got that, you can then Control and C, copy that list, and we'll go back to the system builder, and you can add a rule, which will be jockey name, and you want to use in, and then just paste your list, okay? So then if we apply these rules now, okay, so we've got strike rate now, an average strike rate of 17.5%, which is a lot better than the 11. There is a profit, and that is probably a good thing, and there's a place profit as well. But again, I'm really just trying to improve the strike rate so that we can get the best jockeys who've been riding on the all-weather. As I say, you can go back as far or as more recent as you want to get a better list. You can choose the different win percentages that you want, or the number of runners they've had. But I think this gives a good indication that this list that we've got here is really the better jockeys to follow on the all-weather. And then you can change this. You can research this every 3 or 4 months or every 6 months and see who's added or gone down in the percentages, and change the list of jockeys. Okay, and then you can just save this system. The other thing you can do, if you wanted to, if you thought it made sense, is again go through the race breakdowns, the result breakdowns here, and just select if there's any other. I think I found one the other day that the age of the horse made quite a difference, which was horse age, perhaps not on this one, but this is your list, and you can use it, as just a short list of jockeys, and then when they've got a ride, you can save this system, hit the declarations button up here, and get the declarations for the day if any of these jockeys are riding on the all-weather. Okay. Now I've got another one open here, which we're looking at race distance less or equal 6 furlongs. So that's 5 and 6 furlong sprints. Race type is flat turf. Number of bends 8 furlongs or less equals 0. So we're looking at straight tracks over 5 and 6 furlongs on the turf. Okay. And this is the year, again, I've gone back to the start of 2022. I've run it already, and again, we've got the percentage is about 11% here. Okay, so we're going to go back down to the list of jockeys, which at the moment is right down the bottom. Okay, and again, I've sorted this already, but I'm going to sort this by number of bets. Okay. So now we have the jockeys who've ridden. Again, you can decide on what you want to do. I think we'll stick to 75 again. Okay, so mark your cursor before the top name, drag it all the way across and to the final column, and then take it down to all those that have had 75 and 76 as the lowest. Okay, so we've got that all highlighted in blue. Control and C to copy. We'll start a new sheet here and paste that list in. Okay, so this is the list for the 5 and 6 furlong races. So again, let's have a look at just column D, small list. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got Cam Hardy, Luke Morris, for example, extremely top jockey, 153 rides, only 7 wins on a straight track on the turf. Cam Hardy, only 7 wins from 259, less than 3% strike rate. Once you start getting up to about 8, bearing in mind we were 11, you're getting just a little bit below the average, but there's probably some Duran Fentiman here, only less than 8% strike rate. Kieran Fallon, another well-known top jockey, only less than 7% strike rate on the all-weather, on the 5 and 6 furlongs over straight tracks. So different jockeys might have different skills, different distances, different skills over different courses, etc. So this is just highlighting. Again, you might want to copy this worst list, but we're going to stick to the plan, and we're going to look for the largest. Okay, so now we're going to. This is the top list. 15 leaves us a little bit shy of numbers. So if we went down to, say, I mean, I'm tempted to go for 13 because I can see the big winners, but nice price from Molly Phillips. But this has got nothing. I say it's not really to do with the profits. You can see that Molly Phillips here had a winner at her biggest winner was a BSP of 106, so that makes a big difference. But it's really the strike rate. So I'm going to go to 14% for these ones, okay? So we're going to go down to Ben Curtis. And again, highlight column B, click insert. Sorry, let me just do that again. You want to highlight column B, right click, and then click insert, okay? And then you want to use equals A1, funny and sign, speech marks, comma, speech marks, and then you've got, this has now got a comma at the end of it. You can't see it there, but you can see it there, okay? Highlight cell B1, click that little corner at the bottom and drag it down to Ben Curtis. This is now all come separated back to the system builder. And again, we're going to add jockey name. So it's in this list, comma separated list, okay? So I just run that again. Back from 2002. You can do this with trainers, you can do this with jockeys and trainers. But it's just a way of finding the best jockeys for your particular criteria. So we've now, I mean, the profit's superb. That's another added bonus. But the strike rate 16% compared to 11%. So I'm going to say that's almost 50% improvement. Obviously, we've got far fewer jockeys. But again, if you save this you can add this system to your saved systems, or you can also advise saving it to your computer here using the Save Rules button. And you can just click the decks any day, and you can find any of these jockeys when they're riding on a straight track over 5 and 6 furlongs. Said before, there's many ways you could use this. You could keep it at this, and just you could also add the run style. So you could look at, let's add run style. I won't run it through, but if you just add the run style as run style equals 1. If you could do this before you find the jockeys, so and then you can find the jockeys. But then you'd find You'd be looking for jockeys who were good on front running horses over sprint distances on a straight track. Okay. You could do this for chase races, as we did it for the all-weather. You could do it just for chase races. You could do it just for flat races. You could do it flat races over a mile and a mile and a half, let's say. You could do it for hold-up horses. Hold-up horses, and then find the best jockeys, let's say over a mile for on turf. That like to be held up. So that might find a list of jockeys who are better at holding horses up over a distance. Any number of criteria you can use this for, but it's just a way of selecting a race type or a different type of criteria, like front runners on the all-weather, just as another example. And you can then find the list of jockeys, sort the list of jockeys however you want to, and manipulate them in Excel as we did do here. Copy them into your Excel and add the comma as I showed you with this formula up here, and then add them as a list. Jockey name, or if you're going to use trainers' names, needs to be in, and then paste your your comma separated list of jockeys or whatever. And again, you might want to run this a few times or a couple of times a year and update your list, and just get the best jockeys. It's about improving your strike rate, improving the strike rate of whatever form criteria, whatever type of race you want to follow. And you could have a dozen of these systems following different types of horses, different types of race types, as I said, run styles and things like that. So and once you've kept them, you could run them through all each day by using the load decks button over here on the save systems, and then you'd have all your bets for you on the day listed on the Informed Racing System Builder.